Okay, hello, what's up YouTube? This is Andre Lizama. This is my 2006 Chevrolet Impala. About a week ago, my window regulator went on the car, so I'm going to actually show you how to fix and change it out. The process is fairly simple though. In the meantime, unfortunately, I was just holding the window up with tape, as you can see. But, just give you a quick look though. This was actually the motor for the window regulator. It was actually attached to a pulley though, which you're going to see on the inside of the car though. But I'm going to actually show you how to change it right now. Package just came in today, so let's get started. Okay, the first thing you need to do when you gotta change the window regulator is, of course, take the door panel off, which I'll be showing you step by step right now. Okay, now with the Impala, the first thing you gotta do is in the door handle, there's this little tray. Take that out. And as you see, there'll be two star nuts right there. So the first thing we're going to do is let's get that out of the door. Okay, so now we're going to remove the first two screws. Okay, the very next part that you want to remove is just take the little reflector off, just pull it apart with a screwdriver. And as you can see, there's another screw on the inside there, so that's the third screw. Okay, now the fourth screw that you have to undo is the one right by the door handle. You might not know that it's there, but right here, there's a little panel. The screwdriver. Okay, now with the two screws here undone, the screw right here undone, and the screw right here undone, you have to actually remove this little plastic piece right by the door. It should pop right out, like so. Okay, now with all the screws loose, you should just be very easily able to pull the inside plastic cover off the door. There we go. Okay. Now you see the little lock, you should just be able to pull it right through, and it should come right out. Now this little thing right here, what you do is you just want to unhook that. And loosen that cable. Okay, so we got the connector out. So now, there we go. So now the door panel's off the side of the door. Okay, now behind here you could actually see the broken window regulator. Okay, so now we're actually going to take that out of the door. This little connector is the power connector for the motor. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to unscrew the old window regulator from the car and put the new one in. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3 screws. Okay, for these three you want to use a 10mm socket. And just unscrew each of the three to get it loose. Now with each of the three screws out that holds the, I guess, the little track or the pulley for the window out, now we're going to actually open the box and install the new one. Now I should just actually be able to push the window down. So the window's down. The window actually sits alongside this track, but if I pull it up a little bit, I can actually show you how the window is held in place on the track. Actually, in the meantime, before I even do that, there's one thing I should have actually done, but I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to temporarily unhook the car speakers so I can have more room to work. Okay, one other thing we're going to remove before anything else, we're actually going to remove this little rubber piece. So that should basically just pop right out. As you can see, the window is sitting right inside. If I lift this up a little bit, I can actually show you how it's held in place. Okay, so as you can see, it's actually held in by 2 screws, 1 and 2. So the next thing we're going to do is unscrew those 2 bolts, and then we'll be able to pull the window regulator out of the door panel. Okay, now you can see the screws are out, so we should just actually be able to lift the window right off of the regulator. Okay, there we go. It's out. Just gonna gently put the window back in and pull the little track out. Okay, so this is the old window regulator. As you can see, what actually happened, the way this broke, was that it actually snapped in half. Okay, now I'll unbox the new window regulator and get this installed. Okay, as you can see from the box, there's the actual part number. You can probably Google it and probably be able to find the part pretty easily. Okay, so there's the new motor and the window regulator and the motor. Okay, so now pretty much to install it, we pretty much have to do the opposite of what we did to pull the old one out. Okay, there's the old part and the new part side by side. So right now I'm going to actually install the new part. You see, this part actually snapped with the old one. This was the original motor to the old part. So as you can see, I got the new window regulator here. You can actually see there's actually 3 screw holes. One here, and one here. You actually have to place some here, here, and here on the door. Here. Okay, first thing I would recommend you do when you try to put the new window regulator in the car, try to make sure that you line up the holes from the window to the holes on the regulator. Like so. There's another one over here. And then you just bolt those in to secure the window to the regulator. Then what I'm going to do is then attach the regulator to the door. Okay, so of course catch the bottom 2 screws, then catch the one right here. Okay, so now with all 3 screws in place, what you want to do, you want to kind of catch the motor and secure that to the door. So as before, there's 3 screws with the motor, and you want to catch all 3. And then there should just be one more part that we have to connect, which is the power right here, and we should be almost all done. Okay, so now with the motor secured to the door, and actually the regulator secured to the door, the last thing we have to do is just connect the power. And then we'll see if the window actually works. Okay, speakers back in. Now we'll just reconnect the door. Easy, just make sure the lock goes through the hole right here at the side. Make sure all the little grooves go back in the holes right there, and just re-screw everything. And don't forget to reconnect the power. Okay, door panel's back on. Now, just like before, we just have to re-screw in everything. Put this little panel back on. I forgot to mention before, make sure you put the rubber piece back in. And that should be it. Last thing to do is to actually see if this works. Okay, as you see, the door panel is completely back together. All the screws are in, everything's fastened. Now let's just see if it works. Let me just turn the car on, turn the engine key, and let's just see if it works. And it does. So that's how you change a window regulator on a 2006 Chevrolet Impala. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Check out my website, www.andrelazama.com. Thanks again. See you in the next video.